There we go. And we already have 3 people on the chat today. That's nice. Thank you. I'm gonna post the rules. Of course, you guys know the rules by now. This is for the people that might be showing up and don't know the rules yet. They are very important because I have little patience. So yeah, welcome while I clean off the straw. Let me introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. My name is Shiro, and usually what we do... Oh, already? Okay. Oh! Thank you for joining the party, Caleb. Caleb Twitchell? Assuming I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for joining the party. It's always fun to have new party members. Why I mentioned party members is because I used to have a tool, like the flashing background are all backgrounds from the, I believe it's either Pixel Remaster or the really bubbly-headed mobile version of Final Fantasy VI, and I used to have stream avatars at the bottom of my screen. I can't get it to work correctly anymore, and I will bring it back eventually if it ever decides to get out of full screen mode. So what I usually do here is I talk a little bit about what happened during the week. More importantly, if art stuff happened, but not a lot of art stuff. Oh wow, thank you, Annan! Thank you very much! Very appreciated. Me and my loose papers on the floor really appreciate it. I talk about what happened during the weekend, then we move on to... Oh, Paul is mute today. Oh, there we go! Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. The emoticon loaded for me, but apparently it did not load for the chat on screen. It's a little cake. Then we'll move on to drawing the weekly bootleg cookie. Oh, it finally loaded. Oh, what a delay on screen. But yeah, this past week, it was my birthday on Thursday. I am now 42 years old. Oh, wow, okay. Thank you, Lemon Citrus Zest, for joining the party. What the hell? Wow, it's still my birthday, apparently. It's my birth month, so the luck keeps on going. Thank you very much. But yeah, it was my birthday, and my sister came over, and we made my birthday supper. I was supposed to get tartare, but the shops ran out of fresh cuts of meat. So we had normal steak, and of course I cooked the steak because steak is my specialty in this house. Heck, I offered to cook, like, I was on a roll. I had already done all the laundry, I had cleaned the kitchen, I had emptied the dishwasher. I was like, what's a steak on top of that? Give me the steak. I'll gladly cook the steak. My sister did not fight me on this. And we had spinach dip. I still have leftovers in the fridge. I'm almost done with them. I don't think they're expired by now, but then again, I have an iron stomach, so it will take a while for me to get sick on anything. And of course, I had made myself cupcakes. I did not just want cupcakes for my birthday. I wanted Oh, hello, I'm one of your mutuals on Twitter. I've been meaning to make it to one of your streams, but I keep missing them. Oh, that's what's going on. Then hi! So you're one of my mutuals. Please forgive me if I don't remember your Twitter name. I don't know if you know, I follow like... you know what? Let's go check the exact number if Twitter will give me. Thank you! Yeah, I follow 1,665 people. And like, I'm bad enough with names already. The fun world of ADHD, where I will remember quotes from movies I've never watched, but I will forget the full name of my best friend. I actually had to think for half a second there. Sorry, Coco. Oh, I suck. But yeah, I made cupcakes and oh wow, we have 5 people. It's the same. I keep all my usernames the same for ease. So following that logic, write it correctly, idiot. Oh, that's who you are. I don't know, I can't remember names. I see an art style. Oh, Team ADHD, yeah. See, this is why in cartoons they always wear the same clothes. It's not necessarily to make the animations easier, it's for people like me. Like, oh, your green shirt! But yeah, if any of you guys watching this are on Twitter right now, go right ahead and go follow Lemon Citrus Zest. Or else. I'm older, I'm the boss. I tell you guys what to do. So I made cupcakes. I don't have any with me right now, but like, I had to do a visual and smell and texture check on the ingredients because my dad tends to keep shit around for a long time. I still have to throw away the 2021. Hi, Coco. I still have to throw away the 2021 icing because it's wet and it looks weird because the container is half transparent. So I looked on the other side and no, I still have to throw that out because the thing is, my dad is a little bit of a hoarder, and if you throw away some of his stuff and he knows, he's going to have a mantrum. That's like a tantrum, but worse. The fact I thought of Shaggy when you say green shirt proves your point. See? 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 Of course I'm right. I'm always right. It's my stream, I'm right. But everything else that I used passed the freshness quote-unquote check. But then it went to the icing. And I did not want to drive half an hour, 15 minutes to go, 15 minutes to come back, downtown just for a bag of icing or a container of pre-made icing. So of course, what do? When I don't have the ingredients for a recipe, I substitute. So I looked it up. So it turns out, if you need powdered sugar in a hurry, you can just grab granulated sugar in a magic bullet and let the magic happen. So now I got handmade icing on my cupcakes saying, "Nya, nya, 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 I got cupcakes." Like, I went all out. None of this grab a knife and just butter the cupcake with the icing. No, 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 no. I got the pouch and I got the little piping end. And I squeeze like a fluffer nutter. That is thick icing that I made. And it just went whoop, 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 whoop. Like, my cupcakes have the cutest Jerry curls thing going on with a little bit of rainbow sprinkles on them. If I think about it, I still have plenty. So if I think about it, I'm going to post a up-close and personal picture of at least one of them on my socials, if you guys are curious. So how about... So yeah, that was pretty much what was my artistic endeavor this week. Cupcakes. I wanted to make cupcakes. I made cupcakes. Took me all morning, and I had a sore back. I hated my life. But I got my cupcakes. Bedelia, get me my frickin' cupcakes. If you guys don't get that, we can't be friends. It's from Creepshow, look it up. So before we switch to me talking more, we are going to switch to look. Because we are not here just for my pretty face, we are here for my art. I would kill for this menu to be color-coded. You're off? Bah. I'm gonna be, for those of you who are new, I'm gonna be doing a lot of looking up in that corner because that's where my second monitor is. And that's where I keep my settings, my Streamlab windows, and all my other stuff. Because what you are seeing right now is my tablet. So we can get started on the comic for today. We're gonna switch to a companion mode on my phone. That's something that, like, if you want this option, you have to pay. If you want that option, you have to pay. I've been trying to schedule my... Whoops. J'ai pas pesé sur le bon piton! I want to schedule my my ads because I've been trying to post regular ads for when my TeePublic store is on sale. I added, this month I added 2 new subjects, models. Wow, 1 French sentence and my English is completely gone. Designs. That's the word I was looking for. I added 2 more designs, 2 new designs in my TeePublic store. One with Slink, an original Slink head, Slink being the little lizard character in Barbarian Queen Charybdis, and the other one being literally Barbarian Queen Charybdis herself, taken out of the Snake Battle and Scroll story from Charybdis 1. I am co-creator of that comic. Ooh, is that Clip Studio? It is absolutely Clip Studio. And because I use it for everything, I pay for version 3. And of course, as I keep telling anybody, if anybody has any struggle or questions about Clip Studio, it will be my pleasure to answer whenever possible. Now, of course, I have like 2 equal reputations. Like, half the people will tell you that I am incredibly kind and helpful. Half the other people will tell you that I am a social asshole. They're both right, but it depends on how I'm being contacted. Like just this week. Where's my... there we go. I was looking for my script. I have been contacted, first of all, in Divine Art chat. Fancy, I've tried to learn Clip Studio, but there's just too many buttons for me to figure it out. I have been using Clip Studio since it was called Manga Studio Debut for whatever, okay? Manga Studio 4. And I'm pretty sure I still got the CD for Manga Studio 5 or something. And we are here right now. We are still at the point at I had no idea I could do that, or this tool is like incredibly hidden. So like, don't feel bad for struggling with understanding Clip Studio. Once you get it, it's super fun and you can do a lot of cool shit. But it's getting there. Learning Clip Studio is a lot of stepping stones, but some of those stepping stones are like 7 foot tall. Personally, I would recommend trying again. But now they got better tutorials. Like, they got a tool here, training and tutorials, like instruction manual. You see this? Ignore that shit, okay? It was written back on... Last time it was really updated was back when it was still called Manga Studio, and it's got broken English. You're better off either asking me or going into the FAQ forums or on YouTube. No shit to Clip Studio, but they did not upgrade the manual for a while. It's not gonna sound like it, but yeah, I love it. Like right now, as we speak, I'm too used to Procreate now. I started off using my finger on my phone and then upgraded to an iPad and stylus a couple years ago. I got Procreate too, actually. Rarely use it because I don't like how the line like drags behind the pen, and I've been trying like to change the general drag of it because I know why it drags is to optimate the line art so it's not as wiggly. Stabilize. Esti, je n'ai pas d'anglais aujourd'hui, ça pas de... No, I'm not going to do an entire live stream in French again. Happened once when I was really frustrated at myself. But yeah, I've been trying very slowly because once again, love Clip Studio. But I've been trying very slowly to try and learn Procreate, if only to help one of my students that asks me for help on Twitter. I know it's rich coming from somebody who draws like this as a that's my relaxed style. That's my do whatever I want style. Who draws like this, but I can do some really cool shit. I recently bought the clip version of the texture packs, both texture packs from True Grit Texture. Yes, True Grit Texture Supplies, and I converted one of them from .clip to .psd so I can then transfer it to Procreate so I could draw on some cute pink paper in Procreate. And now you guys know, if you need paper textures for Procreate, you just have to turn them into a PSD files, and then it will import itself into your Procreate program. Like, you're not gonna see me complain about Procreate, you're not gonna see me complain about Krita, Fire Alpaca, especially not GIMP. I started on GIMP before I got Manga Studio / Clip Studio. If you want to see me complain, though, just mention Photoshop Or worse, Adobe. I have a vendetta. I will write a manifesto. I don't care. I hate Photoshop. And of course people are like, oh, it's industry standard. Yeah, you know what I've been told about industry standard? Industry standard says they don't want to pay me half the time. So, oh, but it's industry standard to wait for you to pay. Yeah, well, it's industry standard for me to eat. Pay me. And they did. I only had to hold some comic pages hostages and refuse to deliver them under a tight deadline, but I got paid. I like Procreate, but I wish they had some of the cool options for comics that Clip Studio has, like the panels. Hate drawing all of my panels by hand. I think Procreate has some geometric shapes, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't use it often. But honestly, if you ask me, I do prefer Procreate on the iPad than Clip Studio, because first of all, Clip Studio, you have to pay by the year to keep it active. And no matter how much I tried, it, like, Clip Studio will not back up your shit correctly when you want to transfer your settings and your materials to the iPad. Like, they will say, this item has a problem. Okay, what's the problem? Oh, we're not gonna tell you. But then on the next update, on the next attempt to upload, that item does not have a problem anymore, but then 3 others do. And then you try to transfer all that to your iPad, and they're still like, no, there's still a problem, and So yeah, Procreate. Yes, down with Photoshop. Heard they're feeding people stuff to AI. Oh no, it's not just a rumor, it's true. They are. Did they ask permission? Of course not. Did we have to find out the hard way? Yes. Well, I say we. I don't have any Photoshops. Last Photoshop I tried to work on was Elements 3. And I would install it, and then it would crash on boot. Then I would boot it again, then it would crash, and I would boot it again, then it would crash. Fuck you! So I worked on GIMP for a long while until I got to Manga Studio. I think a yearly subscription is bleh. I don't make a lot of money, so I don't think I could afford it. Like, for Clip Studio, there is a period that you can use it for free. Like, I have Clip Studio on my phone, the free version. You got 30 hours a month. It used to be 1 hour a day, but they consolidated that to 30 hours a month. But I don't use it to draw, I use it as a companion mode for my desktop version. As you can see right here. I got some quick access menus that you can see here that are all grayed out because I'm on text mode right now. But it's all quick access menus that I programmed per project that I work on. So here's Bootleg Cookie. The tools that I use most often that I don't have, that I may not have programmed on my TabMate. Oh, you can tell I'm a big Clip Studio fan. I got everything! And that's always free. There is no time limit on companion mode. And on companion mode, from what I can see here, you can do some previews, you can have some color scheme if you import some photos in the preview window. You can control your color wheel from here. It's very nice, very neat. Like, I totally understand not wanting to subscribe to everything. Like, I'm subscribed to a lot of things now, but like literally this is my job. When I'm not working on Bootleg Cookie, I'm working on Barbarian Queen Charybdis. When I'm not working on her, I'm working on a different comic project. When I'm not working on that, I'm working on some thumbnails for the Questionnaire podcast. Too much work, I'm choking to death. And this is why I keep water. Sometimes the complaining gets too much. Well, the one thing I don't like about choking to death is not necessarily the choking to death. It's all the saliva on the tablet. And yes, I have mom as mommy in my phone because I do what I want. I felt that an artist is never done creating. I have a comic that I need to finish off so that I can move on to my next project. And it's hard to finish a project, eh? When you got 10 other ideas in your head at the same time, I write everything down. So like that, I'm not worried I might forget an idea in favor of another one. It's all in a list. Ah, such a lovely handwriting that I have. I'm not gonna bother looking for the official FaceTime screen. This is my fun comic. Just looking at my my bot that is supposed to be there. It's an obligatory measure to fight malicious bots, and it works. Having to restrict my live stream is probably hurting my views, but at least I'm not flooded by bots like I used to. Like, dude, we don't want your kind here. Oh my god, Shiro, are you racist against bots? Yes, especially malicious ones. When it's not bots, it's scammers. So yeah, earlier I was about to talk about a DM that I received on DeviantArt. DeviantArt, of all places. That's why I made a form for my comms. Already tried getting scammed out of a painting by a bot. Oh man. Almost weekly, I get a bot and or a scammer on DeviantArt asking me, told him to just fill out the form, and he left me on red. Of course he did. Me, it's always the, oh, your art inspired me to make a mural, and it will be put in a gallery, and you will be credited and be paid. Now, yeah, pull the other one. I know what's gonna happen. First of all, you're going to want to pay me by check, because if we go through PayPal, I can put in an easy to follow complaint about you and ta-ta-ta-ta, and you don't want paperwork. You want an untraceable check, and then you're going to pay me too much, because paying either you made a mistake or it's to pay for the gallery fee, and then you're going to want me to reimburse you the extra, and then the check is going to bounce, and you will have effectively stolen money from my account. Well, guess what? I'm poorer than I am desperate. Fuck you. Yes, I am trying to mispronounce my cuss words because this is also streamed on YouTube. And let's please think of the porn game advertisers and not say cusses. Fuckity fuck fuck. Oh, somebody please think of the shareholders. So yeah, I got a DM. And it started with hello. With that pink double heart thing emoji. And already I was throwing up like a cat. Like, do not, okay? Do not. So, of course, I'm already disgusted. So as them, you know what? I'm gonna go get that note so we can get verbatim what happened. Because of course it was in the chat. There it is. Hello with 2 little hearts. And I reply, starting yourself off with a handicap, I see. You know, for that little extra challenge. Which scam is it? The mural, the gallery? They reply, sorry, what are you talking about? Now, at this point, they all say that. If you call them out on which scam it is, what are you talking about? You know damn well what I'm talking about, bitch. And I'm like, humor me. And yet Twitter randomly locks people out of their accounts for suspicious activity. The activity being liking people's art. Oh man. For a long while there, the suspicious activity that I was guilty of was changing my name. Because I like to change my name depending on the month or if there's a holiday or stuff like that. Like this month, on Twitter, I'm Shiro the birth month Mochi, and then I changed it to Shiro the birthday Mochi on the 26th. Yeah. But it's been a while they've been leaving me alone with my name changing there. But I had to literally like re-sign in with the CAPTCHA and everything every time I changed my name. So I replied, humor me. Why are you contacting me? Because I'm still thinking, hit me with the scam. And they decide to go for a sob story. You intro yourself with a hello with a little 2 hearts. And now you're sad. Because I think you're a scam. And they reply, listen, I lost my job yesterday, just being so mad at myself, I just needed someone to talk to, that is all, okay? I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, don't be mad, you can block me if you want to. And I sent them a link to betterhelp.com. I did not block them, but they did not reply, and I am not going to entertain them any longer. Of course, as with everybody that contact me with a little hello, whether there's a little heart or not, I always go and check their account. And usually it's an empty account. If I'm less lucky, it's an account full of tits. And not artistic tits. If you know what I mean. This one is going to be easy to color because I was in the dark and it's actually important for me to be in the dark. But, like, who does that? Yeah, he started for self-portrait painting in my style, and I was like, you clearly didn't read any of the information. My old paintings are only for Mystic Messenger characters, dude. That's why you gotta read the commission list. We don't make commission sheets for nothing. Like, I got commissions open for Shoulders Up portrait on my Ko-fi. Nobody took me up on them because nobody real wants my art. It's only bots and they don't want my art. They want my money that I do not have because nobody wants my art. It's okay, plenty of people wants my comics, so it balances out, you know? But like, I had to write down a very specific list of instructions because the people that like to pretend they're interested in my art, unlike the people that are actually interested in my art, talking about you, Paul, because you have a brain. Like, they ask me for a commission and then I have to, like, the French expression is tirer les vers du nez. Because I have to force them to tell me what they want. And I'm like, okay, what do you want? What do you want? What size do you need it? Do you need it traditional or do you need it digital? And one time for the traditional, the guy said, I want traditional. Okay, what do you want? What do you want, a character? What do you want? Okay, digital then. Well, fuck you then! If you can't read, you can't pay. There. So actually the heavily detailed instruction sheets that comes with my commissions is to try and weed out the little kids from the adults. Because of course after a while there's some people that are also going to go like, it's a commission. It's a commission. Do you understand the concept of a commission? And they go, yes, and then you start with the details and how much it costs. And, what, I'm supposed to pay? Yeah, you're supposed to pay! I don't draw this with unicorn farts. I need to eat a fucking sandwich. And sandwiches aren't free. Okay, I'm gonna get going now because I also have some work to do. Hope your work goes well and that I'll be able to make it to another stream sometime. If you want to watch the rest, it's all recorded on YouTube for later. It's mostly more of this, like me yelling at the screen while I draw. Hope you had fun and have fun, whatever work you're going to go and do. We will see you next time. I know my stream is like at a very inconvenient time too, but it's literally the only time I really have to myself. And that's why we keep a recording. For those of you thinking that my behavior will not attract people, if you're the type of people that is not attracted by this behavior, then good! Because this is gonna come as a surprise with the way I talk, but I am a consummate professional. And I do not want to spend time on an indecisive people. Or people that do not understand such thing as feed your artist. Plus with that big risk of dealing with kids, I risk running into parents that think I scam their kids with my art. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to discourage kids. Encourage kids to do art? Yes. Encourage kids to spend money? No. Because I don't want to deal with Karens. Like, when Mom sold my old Mac, my old completely wiped Mac on Marketplace, I told her, sell it, but I am not dealing with customer support afterwards. I am not a technician, I am a cartoonist. Sure enough, she did say that we were selling the Mac as is, and the person called to get some tech support on it. And Mom kept asking me question and question and question, and I'm like, the fuck did I just tell you? So what did I do? I told Mom to send them this phone number, and the phone number being my Mac technician. That is his job. He will get paid to take care of my old Mac. And I'm assuming he did a good job because we did not get any calls after that. And a 1. A bit more. And a 2. So yeah, that little DM from earlier, I really highly doubt they were really as sad and or mad at themselves as they claimed. Because I don't know for you guys, but when I'm pissed, I don't even hit up my friends, even less strangers, with a loving little flirty hello. A lot more cussing is involved. Plus, as I was about to say, I went to look at their gallery. It's like 6 pictures, and 3 of them have proof in the comment that it's just stuff they stole off of Pinterest, So yeah, I did my research before being callous. I don't know if they expected me to reply something like, I'm not mad, are you okay? I don't know you. That's my purse. I think it'd be funnier if I didn't have any eyebrows. You know what? We're gonna have a little sippy break. I talked a lot and now I got snot all up on my sinuses. Thank you, Grandpa, for that genetic defect. I played a couple new games this week. Got them on sale again. Ça ne se dit plus. If you guys are waiting for me to tell you what I think of Echoes of Wisdom, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, I don't have it yet. It was pre-ordered, but I'm only going to get it next week. Even if I pre-ordered it locally, it would have been next week, so yeah. Because I am stubborn, and I try whenever possible to get my video games from Sputnik. But lately they got a little bit of trouble understanding shipping. So yeah, I ordered it off my Amazon this time. So I don't have it yet. But I did play Dino Daiboken Infinity's Trash. And right now I am playing Sprout Valley that I got for $2, so that's nice. Sprout Valley is basically Baby's first Harvest Moon. Like, yes, you have calendar days, you have calendar pages, I should really say, and tasks to do every day, but, like, it's on an island, and my island is, like, very, very small, and if there's a way to build terraform, I don't know it yet. And if you run out of energy, you just run out of energy. You don't pass out and wake up the next day. You want to eat fruit, get your energy back, go right ahead. Right now I'm doing, like, bank foraging berries and apples and such on a randomly generated island, coming back, baking that into pies or jam, and selling that as I'm waiting for my corn to grow. Like, I had the game for, like, what, 2 days, and I'm already up to $20,000. I'd have more, but I spent some money on upgrading my house, which was about as big as my ass, honestly. The point is to eventually gather enough supplies, like rocks and wood and stuff like that, to build a seed machine to produce starfruit seeds and share with everybody in the world, so everybody in the world can have their wish granted. And it's so nice of my playable character called Nico to think that everybody has nice wishes. You go, buddy. You keep that positivism. Now, indeed, I believe I talked about Infinity's trash last week. So I beat it. I beat story mode. And honestly, I am pissed off. They stopped the story at the destruction of Sovereign Rock. Now, for those who are not familiar with Dino Daiboken, the destruction of Sovereign Rock happens in the middle of the story. At the price that game costs, even when it's on sale, they should have put the whole story in. It's basically a light novel with some combat thrown in when they feel like it. And you got a procedurally generated dungeon, but what I mean by that, you got exactly one room and you gotta kill monsters, and then when all the monsters are dead, you go to the other exact same room and kill monsters there, and so on and so forth. And that's what they call procedurally generated dungeons. They are not. It's just sometimes, depending on which door you pick, you might get a different boss. I did have a good time during the combat sessions, and I did enjoy the story because I love Dino Daiboken. I have almost all the mangas of Dino Daiboken. But at the price it is, and with what little gameplay you get, they should have put the whole story in the frickin' game, is what I'm saying. And they know what they were doing, because after the credits, they showed us a mysterious dark silhouette. I know who that is. That's Hadlar. That's Hadlar's third form. Shut up. If they add more story, it better not be in a sequel. It better be as a downloadable. And at the price there it is, that downloadable better be free. I tell you what. Like, literally. Okay. You guys remember, like, I don't know, like, for example, if you watch Phaelus or something like that. You guys remember, I think the company is Phoenix or something like that, that took Dingo Picture movies, added a couple puzzles and stuff like that, put them on PS2 discs and called that a game and called it a day. That's basically what Dino Daiboken Infinity's Trash is. You get mostly story, and then you get a little bit of gameplay. And it's really just battle. There's no exploration. Even when you have a really big map, there's no exploration. You go down a straight line, and you beat monsters. Like, there's no side road to take to find a treasure. The only treasures you might find is in the dungeon part that I mentioned. And if there's a room with a treasure chest on it, then you get to see what treasure chests look like in this game. You get 2 treasure chests, you pick one, the other one disappears, off to the next room. You piddly-do. But I keep saying I had fun because, like the reviews said, because yes, I did read reviews. If you're a fan of Dai, I did enjoy the battles. And I did enjoy seeing the story again. Because it looks like they actually use clips from the new version of the anime. And they have this thing called memory bonds, and the images for the memories are taken straight from the manga. I know, I have them. And I do like constantly changing my spells and upgrading my spells and changing my memory bonds and stuff like that. But there's not enough of it. Like in my opinion, this game should have been a regular RPG. The book itself is based off a regular RPG. I always learn something new on Sunday. This time it's Hadlar's third form. Hadlar being like the second to last boss thingy. He used to be the Demon Lord, but now he's not the Demon Lord anymore. He's the Demon Lord Commander because he's under the Demon King. Like, there's a lot of story. But instead of being a light novel with some combat thrown in to make you believe you bought a game. Because like I keep saying, the combat parts, I like them. I do like them. They're similar to the combat in Ni no Kuni 2. Where you have a party of characters and then you can push a button to switch between the characters and then it's like live fighting, and you have a menu on your second controller, or at least on the right side of your controller, to choose some special moves with a cooldown. And of course you have a regular attack that it works just like Ni no Kuni 2. But it could have been so much more, is what I'm saying. This is not gonna work. Bye. Not just put the whole story in, put in all the quote-unquote playable characters. Like, put in Crocodile, put in Princess Leona, put in Merle. Merle's following you for a little while. Start the game with the party of fake heroes. And when they leave Dai's island, center the game on Dai. How about that? Because that's how the story starts, really. They talk about Dai a little bit, and then his first adventure is the party of fake heroes that come on the island to steal Gome-chan. Gome-chan being the only golden slime on the planet. And they want to sell him for money. And they look like a party of default Dragon Quest heroes. You got the hero, you got the priest, you got the mage, and you got the warrior. But they're fake. As in, they don't want to save the world. They're basically costume thieves is what they are. So you start the game, you learn how to play with these characters, and then you find out you've been the bad guy this entire time. Now isn't that a little bit more interesting? And then, when the party leaves, you take control of Dai, and then the game continues. But then you get to actually explore the island. You get to explore the cave where Leona goes to do her training. And then you defend her against the monster that's in there. And then you confront the advisors that sent her there because they actually wanted her to die. And then you fight them. But no, instead, all these events are explained to you. They're narrated to you. And of course, because it's a download, I couldn't get a refund, so might as well play it. So yeah, I had fun with the playable parts, and I did enjoy seeing the story again, but it could have been so much more. So speaking of story... Oh! Mambo Soup just joined the party. Thank you, Mambo. Assuming I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you very much. It's always nice to have more people in the party. So speaking of stories... there will be a new Kickstarter soon for Barbarian Queen Charybdis, because I literally peer pressured Lee to write me a story, a Halloween themed story, that I am drawing right now. I'm working on it as we speak. It should premiere either on October 1st or October 2nd. And it will contain all of issue 1 of Barbarian Queen Charybdis and 2 extra stories, the Halloween special, with some new prints and new merch and stuff like that. So if you missed out on the first Kickstarter, you can go ahead and participate in the second Kickstarter. You will have access to issue 1 if you missed it. And some extra content. Just gonna mute my sound a little bit because I really need to blow my nose. Much better. Back to adventure. Still kind of gunked up, but back to adventure. I'm not sick. is just what naturally happens to me when I talk for a long time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Echoes of Wisdom. Like, I kind of have to. I had one of her costumes spoiled on Twitter already, and I'm like, no. And of course, half my YouTube, because half the people I follow are Let's Players. So half of my YouTube notifications is people, Echoes of Wisdom, episode 1, Echoes of Wisdom, a review, Echoes of Wisdom, like, So of course I don't watch those. Soon I will be able to summon beds whenever I want. I did have some cool stuff happen to me this week also. I participated in the Letterboxd comic contest. Well, illustration contest. I was like, you know what? I like Letterboxd comic. I have an idea. They don't exclude Quebec people. Let's go. And what I had in mind was, as we know by now if we follow my social medias, was the Dragon Ball illustration where I drew the characters, because the theme was drawing the characters of Letterboxd comic in the style of a game or cartoon or a show, to celebrate their Kickstarter for the Letterboxd comic cartoon pilot. Which, by the way, ended with like 300 or like, it was super funded. They are funded up to the nostrils. So very happy for them. And I was like, you know what? In the style that I want, and I am very good at that. Styles are my specialty, you could say. I'm going to participate. With the idea that if I don't win, too bad. At least if the creator of Letterboxd Comics sees it and likes it, good enough. I would be very happy with that. Because at this point I'm used to participating in art contests, but not used to winning them. I haven't regularly won an art contest since the Desjardins prize contests at school. Of course I never take it personally because, well, some of the entries, I mean, like, wow, you know? But like, I see the winners and the runners-up, and I'm like, Oh no, I get it. No, 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 you did the right thing. So so they were announcing the winners on the 23rd. So of course, like I did my piece, I submitted it via social medias. Not only did the Litterbox comic authors seen it, but they absolutely loved it, and they recognized all the little Easter eggs that I put here and there. Like how I put number 10 Mom on her shirt instead of Bulma, and now that part you can't see, but I dressed up her husband Joel as Yamcha, and Yamcha has this big kanji on his shirt. But if you could see it, Joel's shirt would say Dad Bod, like his shirt in the comic. Like you can barely see a little bit of the D at the bottom. And then there's the flying cloud that I colored green to make a fart because they do a lot of fart jokes. Vincent, one of the kids, is a big fan of fart jokes. And I replaced the Dragon Ball in the logo with Bali, which is an imaginary friend Vincent came up with. It's a tennis ball in a shoe. That's pretty much it. Of course, we're not going to talk about how I had the kids poke a piece of poop. That's a Dr. Slump reference. And I miscolored Joel's hands. They're supposed to be white and I put them black. That's a reference to Toriyama never remembering and Bulma's hair color. He colored it mauve at first, but then he settled for green because he forgot it was mauve. And this is why you should have reference sheets, people, even of your own OCs. So yeah, they announced the winners. And at first I saw the post about the runner-ups. So of course I go and look to see where I am in the runner-ups. And I'm looking and I'm looking, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not in the runner-ups. My first thought was they forgot about me, because it would not be the first time where I participate in a contest and I don't even show up in the list of people who participated. Yes, that has happened. Plural. So my first thought was, oh my god, they forgot my entry, or they didn't see my entry. They really didn't like my entry. It never occurs to me that maybe I'm one of the winners. Never. Like, those two neurons did not make contact. In my head, I was forgotten. Again. And then I see the two winners for third place. Like, there's like almost an hour in between, well, 30 minutes really, 30 minutes, an hour in between each announcement, and like I'm refreshing that page like click 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 because I'm not in the runner-ups. But when I see the tied places for third place, I'm starting to think that maybe I won second place. Because I'm just like, wait a minute. No. I know the author saw my piece and they love my piece. If I'm not in the runner-ups, where am I? And then second place shows up and it's still not me, and I'm like, no. Like, I am in 120% denial at that point. Like, there is
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
That was my watch, if you guys heard that. But I am at 120% denial at that point. Because I'm constantly going, no, like, out loud there, at my phone. No. And now I'm refreshing like a mofo. Click, even more. And then, finally, first place. And it's me. And I am having a mental breakdown. That's how often I win contests, folks. Well, maybe if you drew better. No, that's the thing. I draw real good, but I don't win them all. I rarely win them. And now I will explain why in a bit. But first, let me finish bragging because I'm very happy. And I'm first place. I'm having a mental breakdown. I am not functioning. I am screaming. I am alone in the house, so it's okay. The only person I'm upsetting is the dog. Like complete denial, cats and dogs living together, pandemonium, you know the drill. And then the happy comments starts pouring in and I'm like, ah, thank you, I cannot believe it either. If you guys can hear Lily singing the song over people, my parents are coming in to pick up a letter and say a little hello to her. I'm gonna lighten the design because I know I'm going to put like a dark filter over everything because remember, I am in pitch black darkness. Oh my god. And here they are. Well, let's go for my comforter. We're almost done, actually. I'm gonna make my walls super dark blue. My walls are blue. My walls are like this really light blue with some airbrush soft spots of purple and pink. Of course, the color struggles with the spikiness of my hair. Today went very fast. Thank you for a great show, Shiro. Your comic looks awesome. Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun. But there was also a lot of copy pasting. So that'll do it. Lower the multiply just a little bit so people can actually see, even though the whole joke was that he couldn't see me. We're gonna add a little arrow. Alright, I do believe we're good for realsies this time. It did go very fast, but it was super fun, and we got a lot of new people in the party, and we got somebody new that came to talk with us. That was great. But now that the comic is finished, you know what that means. Time to give thanks to our supporters on Patreon, Ko-fi, and everywhere else. So extra special caramel drizzled, chocolate sprinkled, rainbow flicks, maple syrup thanks to our supporters. Amber B, Polke, Miss Innovis, Sir E, Other, Carl Bloke, Takashi, Kanako, Bad at Multiplayers, and Supreme Crimson Leader. Your continued support is immensely appreciated as always. Next live stream is going to be next weekend. It's going to be a 2-day live stream. The colors of the month. The Olo Colors Challenge. I'm going to get used to that eventually. October 5th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, the regular Bootleg Cookie live stream, October 6th. Once again, at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Keep a close eye on my social medias to know when the period for your requests for the Olo Colors Challenge Instagram story is going to be up. And then the Wheel of Morality will decide which request I draw on Saturday. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing this. I'll see you guys next weekend. I love you all. And bye-bye.